Now we will talk about meta-ethics some more. If you accept moral cognitivism, that is, the doctrine that moral statements can have truth values, I think you will see that our only options are moral objectivism, that is, the doctrine that some moral statements are true or false, no matter what any individual or group thinks, and moral nihilism, that is, the doctrine that all moral statements are false because they presuppose an objective moral framework that does not exist. I say that the most important purpose of morality is providing a mutually acceptable way for humans to interact with each other. Individual moral relativism, that is, the doctrine that the truth values of moral statements vary from individual to individual, cannot account for this, because people can and do hold mutually contradictory moral positions that can even lead them to acts of violence and malice towards one another. Cultural relativism, that is, the doctrine that the truth values of moral statements vary from society to society, fails because 1. It cannot account for a mutually acceptable way for societies to interact with each other and therefore avoid war. 2. It cannot account for social reform or moral progress, because it not only renders the values of other cultures beyond reproach due to the lack of any standard or to measure them against, but it also renders our own culture's values beyond reproach for the same reason. The only way we could even attempt social reform under cultural relativism would be to try to prove that the majority of our society's members do not live up to their own values. That is, are committing hypocrisy, which we cannot do. Even if we did prove that the majority of our society's members are committing hypocrisy, they can always adjust their own values or decide that hypocrisy is morally acceptable rather than adjust their behavior. Now that we have eliminated individual and cultural relativism, all that remains are objectivism and nihilism. Which one do you think is right?